Hello, 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 Miss Grace. How are you doing today? I hope you're doing well. I hope you've got all of your stuff pretty well organized and done. It's nice to see you. Happy June 15th. It is Sunday. No, yeah, today's Sunday, June 15th, 11:56 a.m. Central Standard Time. Hey, Dawn, good to see you. Welcome, welcome. It is pouring down rain here. I mean, it is storming so bad y'all might even hear it raining. Oh, you're not finished yet? I am so sorry. I am sorry. Uh, I know how that feels. Well, you take your time. You know, you take your time. It's up to you to do it on your own time. That's the good thing about it. How are you doing today, Dawn? I hope everything is going good for you today. Hey, Heather. Hello, hello. Thank you very much. Mamaw, hello. Hello, welcome. Welcome in, everybody. Hello, hello. I'm so glad you're here. Glad to see you. Thank you so much. Thank you very, very much. It's been a good day so far. It's all been a good day. Thank you everybody for the birthday wishes. And yeah, it's been a good day. I've been getting so many birthday wishes and everything. Thank you. I really appreciate that. I appreciate all of you very much. The birthday wishes, the birthday messages, the calls, everything. Thank you very much. It's been a great day. Anything is good as long as I open my eyes. I am very blessed. Thank you. Hello, Elizabeth. Welcome. Welcome, welcome. I think when I get off of here, I'm going to turn up a good movie. Find me something good. I just got finished eating. I always I always say that. I hate to eat before I come live, y'all. It brings me down, down, down. It gets my belly full, but hubby got my belly full a while ago. Y'all believe it or not, as big as I am, I used to like to eat, but I don't like to eat so much no more. I don't know. It makes me so full. I don't know. I tagged you in a post on X for your birthday. Yay! Thank you so much. I got to go over and check X. I don't think I've been on X today, but I will. I got to go check X. I got to go over there and check. Yes, I do. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much. I love all of you. I love the love. Thank you for thinking of me. Thank you. Welcome in. Welcome in, everybody. Thank you for being here. Thank you so much, Dawn. Thank you. Yep, I got a lot of birthday wishes. I woke up to birthday wishes. I was even getting them late last night. I don't remember what time. I went to bed late. I think I went to bed late. I got a few phone calls and late last night, even before it turned midnight. But some places it was midnight, I guess. I got to talk to a few of my friends. Been hearing from some people. Got to see my kids this morning. They may even went back. They said they were going swimming, but honey, the bottom has fell out since they've been gone. So y'all might hear them come in. I don't know. You just might. Who knows? Dreaming. Dreaming. Hello, dreaming. Dreaming of blue skies. Honey, they ain't blue today. And thank you so much. Thank you so much. Much love to everybody. That's all it's done there is rain. I ain't gonna lie to you, we have needed the rain. It's looked like it's gonna rain every day. About a couple of days ago, it started spraying a little bit and then it stopped, and just enough to make it hot. Hey, Hope Floats, thank you so much. Thank you very much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm glad to just open my eyes and be here, honey. That's all. Just thankful. So we're going to talk about what's going on over in Minnesota. I know y'all had heard about that last night. I usually don't do these kind of lives. You know, politics are better left to politics and all that kind of stuff. But, you know, I think this is a little bit more than politics. It's the real world. It's terrible what's happening out there. And it's a crime. Somebody lost their parents. And it's just a crying shame. And as I was watching it unfold this morning, and a little bit here and there about it, I am like, my God, this is a little bit. Well, you'll hear a lot about it today, Miss Grace, and I got a lot of videos. Good God, if my StreamYard don't act up, please, Jesus. Just be with me today. It's my birthday. Lord, please be with me. Because I think it's important. I was watching it and I'm like, well, you know, I need to bring this to the forefront. You know, some people don't like to mix all this, but you know what? I don't care. Hold on. This is my son messaging me, of course. His ears must have been burning. Let's see. If y'all want, I'll buy you and Dad some dinner. Oh, and happy Father's Day. Let me see. I'm gonna tell him we just ate. Ain't he sweet? Darn, if I had known that, we could save some money, huh? Anyway, see, they sidetracked me here. Anyway, let me tell him text his dad because I'm on here. I don't mean to be rude to him, but God love him. Text your dad, honey. Anyway, I'll get sidetracked here. Did you see that Vance is white? Vance is... Oh, the one we're fixing to talk about. I seen they stopped her. Now, there may have been other... Oh, yeah, yes, I did. I sure did. Yep. We're going to get into all that. Yes, I did. I didn't know they actually arrested her, but yes, I did see that. She had money, passports. Yeah. We're going to get into all that. Sure did. Okay, so y'all, we're going to get into it, and I have some videos and stuff. God willing, my stuff will work today. Lord, I don't know what's up with this StreamYard. For real. But we are going to talk about it. We'll see. All right. But something terrible happened yesterday, and our country was definitely shaken by it. And we need to talk about it. So, hi, everyone coming in. Welcome. Please hit that thumbs up. I am Smiley, and this is my world. This is what I do. And if you don't know me, we're just going to talk about it. Just call me Smiley, okay? It isn't, like I said, just another story. It really is a shame that this is happening because it is some reflection of stuff that is going on out here in the world today. And it took place yesterday, June 14th, 2025. And again, I know people hate to mix this and talk about this stuff, especially if it's political. But again, my gosh, this is not about being, in my opinion, political or politically correct. These are people that lost their lives. These are people that was hurt and is in the hospital undergoing surgery and medical treatment. This is a true tragedy, a crime, and it was senseless. And families and friends are suffering. Children, woke up without their parents, and it's a crime, and it needs to be talked about. So a man named Vance Luther Bolter, I don't know if I'm saying that right, but he was a former minister, a businessman, and a political extremist, committed these crimes. He politically targeted, assassinated, and killed Minnesota House Speaker Melissa Hortman and her husband. Yes, Mama, sure did. And he critically injured Senator John Huffman and his wife. And this was not a random act. It was premeditated. It was intentional. And it was rooted. It was idiotic. I thought I turned this off. What the hell is going on? Hold on a minute. Okay, I think that's got it. Hold on. I think it's got it. Anyway. Surely that's got it. And it was, it was all targeted and it was senseless. But he was a former CEO. He was a minister and he ran a security business. Okay. He had a fake police car. Get that. He had a fake police car. And he I think he appointed by both Republican and Democrat officials to workforce boards. But he was known for extreme religious views and oppositions to abortion and LGBTQ rights. He wasn't just anyone. Okay. He had access, resources, and he had an agenda. According to law enforcement, he left a very long manifesto and he targeted over 70 political figures. Most of them, not all of them, but most of them were Democrats, including abortion right advocates. He posed himself as a police officer or a cop. He wore a latex disguise. Over his face. I saw pictures of that. He used a fake police car. Now look, he was going in the extremes, okay? He texted his friends, we're going to see this. I got this. He texted his friends right before his attack saying, I love you guys. I made some choices. I may be dead shortly. This man didn't just snap. He planned this out. He targeted and he believed he was on this mission. Listen, in my opinion, this is just my opinion, I don't think he will be carried in alive. He might, but I don't think so. This is just my opinion, Smiley's opinion. Hey, Lisa. Unless law enforcement gets lucky. Unlike Travis Decker, who I think is still alive, and I think there's still hope he'll be carried in alive and face what he did. I don't think this guy will. I think he's itching to die. I think he sent these text messages out saying goodbye pretty much. I think he made this manifesto, and he's either going to unalive himself or he's going to do it by cop, by cop. That's my opinion. I think he's a coward. I think he's going to go down in a blaze. That's just me and my thoughts. And I'm entitled to my opinions and my thoughts. But according to law enforcement, he left a manifesto and he targeted a list of 70 political figures, mostly Democrats, including abortion right advocates. He posed as a cop. He wore latex disguise and he used a fake squad car. He texted his friends right before the attack saying he loved them. He made some choices and he said, I may be dead shortly. The man did not snap, in my opinion. They said he planned this and he believed he was on a mission. Now, my understanding is police found flyers on the windshields of the car and also inside of the squad car with the phrase "No Kings" used by the anti-establishment extremist. And that was what, I understand. People, this is not okay. We are not okay. This country is hurting. When political violence hits this close to home, when elected officials are hunted down for their views, it's no longer about left, right, up, down. It's about right and wrong. This is not okay. Hey, Bailey and Summer Rain and everybody coming in. Right, Cinderella, it is premeditated. He knew, Heather, exactly what he was doing. That's right. I don't care what side of the aisle you're on. Nobody deserves to be murdered for what what they believe. Just like here on these YouTube streets, I don't believe people need to be harmed or bullied or go real life, causing people's death, causing trauma and drama, because even here, this is the type of thing that it is going to lead to. I feel, in my opinion, it's just a matter of when, not if, but when, and that is my opinion. We see things like this every single day, 24/7, no matter what time you come on here. We see this every day. Everybody needs to wake up. Everybody needs to get a grip, in my opinion. Hey, Janice and everybody coming in, Bailey. How did this man get this far with such extreme plans? Hey, Summer Rain, thank you so much. Thank you. What was the red flags? Hey, why was he not caught when he was operating a fake police car? How do we protect people in this time of, when they're acting violently like this? I don't understand it. Violence is never the answer. Never. Let's get into Melissa Hortman. She was 55 years old. She was still so young That's not old. A lot of young people think that's old. That's not old. Okay. She was born May 27th, 1970 in Minnesota. She graduated from Blaine High School in 1988, and she worked hard. She worked hard all of her life. She was educated, and she was elected to the Minnesota House in 2004, serving 11 terms. She always worked. From 2005 to 2025, she became House Minority Leader, 2017 to 2019. And then the 61st Speaker in 2019 to 2025. She was very instrumental in advancing progressive policies like health care, reproductive rights, climate action, paid family leave, universal free school lunches, education reform. She was known as bipartisan. She was very approachable and humorous, they say, yet she was firm. And she was principled in negotiations. Hey, Ann, and everybody coming in. She actually earned high praise from both Republicans and Democrats. She was very well respected. She was respected also for standing up for respect and fairness. And she was respected for famously calling out lawmakers for being rude and their rude behavior in 2017. Sometimes somebody's got to do it, right? On June 14th, 2025, this man posing as a police officer, later identified as Vance Boitler, carried out coordinated shootings, first injuring Senator John Hoffman and his wife, then fatally shooting Melissa and her husband in Brooklyn Park. You know, there's always somebody out there with hate in their heart somewhere. There's always that one. Boitler left a manifesto and a fake squad car listing again over 70 pro-choice Democrats and abortion providers, signaling, deliberately targeting, as Speaker Hortman publicly advocated for reproductive rights and led landmark progressive legislation, making her a prime target. Mark Hortman, 58, again, not old at all, married Melissa. They were together at home during the attack, and both were killed. They had 2 adult children who survived them. That's sad. Both of these children lost their parents, their mom, and their dad. And on top of that, today is Father's Day. I understand she was a dedicated Roman Catholic. She taught Sunday school in Blaine. She volunteered in her local school board and church activities, and she was very outgoing. She was active in her community, her family, her work, and everyone around her. And she was well loved and well respected. She got lots of tributes from people like Governor Tim Walz. And as I understand it, he was also on that list. He called her a great leader and the dearest of friends offering flags at half-staff. You had Boston University and Harvard communities also mourned her passing. They honored her with great compassion. Her colleagues across party lines, including Army vets and, lots of people who celebrated her service with integrity and bipartisanship. That's just the start. It hadn't even been 24 hours yet. Also, her husband, Mark, again, he was 58. He was originally from Raleigh, North Carolina. He grew up there. He attended Millbrook High School, the University of North Carolina at Chapel Hill. He got his degree in physics with a minor in computer science. He attended North Carolina State University for 2 years before transferring. He began as a programmer at IBM. He worked on software early in his career, later moved to the Twin Cities. He was successful. He had a career in applications and e-commerce. Most recently, he worked as a program manager at Invent Electric. That was a manufacturing and electrical products company. But he married Melissa for 31 years. They lived together. They loved. They raised a family. Now they unfortunately died together. Though he was less public, of course, in the spotlight than his wife, Mark was they said, respected professional, a family man. He quietly contributed to his community. And they say he lived his, family life quietly. And he loved his family and he loved his wife and he supported everything she did. Then you had 2 more shot. John Hoffman, 60 years old. DFL State Senator for District 34 since 2013. Professional. His background was marketing, public relations, credit counseling. His wife, Yvette. Now listen to this. His wife, she was also shot, multiple injuries. She, they said, became a hero. During this chaos, she shielded her own daughter during the shooting. She saved her daughter's life. Both are in critical but stable condition after the surgery, and law enforcement remains cautiously, they said, optimistic about their recovery. But they say Yvette was a real hero. Now, I'm sure that's something she will never feel. As a mother, I can say that. But I'm sure she will always be grateful and always hold her child very, very close. I hope they all recover the best they can mentally and physically from this horrific event in their life, because it will always be there. This trauma, this will always be traumatic for them. Listed in this manifesto, though, this suspect's car among 70 names and pro-choice Democrats and abortion right advocates. Political violence was confirmed by officials, with Governor Walz's name, also calling the events. political motivated assassination attempts. The manifestos and flyers were recovered in the fake police SUV parked at Melissa Hortman's home. You know, law enforcement continues to analyze the writings for deeper insights into planning and potential accomplices. They want to make sure there's no potential accomplices. The list inclusion are well-known figures across the country, and it has sparked concerns over whether others were also at risk. 70 names of lawmakers and abortion providers, pro-choice targets, anti-establishment messages, no kings. Evidence of intent demonstrates premeditation and strong political motives. Now, neither the full text or direct excerpts have been released to the public yet. Oh, but they will be. Now, his wife, Jenny Bolter, she was detained briefly. Okay, so that's what it was. She was detained briefly. I guess they let her go. During a traffic stop on Saturday, she had passports, cash, weapons in the car. No public comment or motive explanation has been provided by her or any family member. But there was a niece, reportedly, who told a local news outlet that their uncle's struggles had begun after his mother and grandmother both died, hinting at public or possible family trauma. However, that has not been told by any official statement. No other relatives have been confirmed as having spoken to media or any authorities yet. Law enforcement searched the family home in Green Isle where he lived with his wife and children. But now I'm going to show y'all a video where part-time he lived with his friends and roommate. No records indicate family cooperation or public condolences to the victims beyond the niece's belief. A brief remark. The silence could stem from legal advice. We don't know yet. This is horrific and it's sad. I don't understand it. Let me see. Hold on a minute. Memphis and Shelby County being checked into. FYI. Wow. Okay, let me go back. I'm trying to go back and see what some of y'all are saying before we watch some of these videos. They said she's awake. Yep. Yes, exactly. Sad people's lives are taken at rage and nobody really but themselves. They're only mad at themselves. Exactly. Oh, let's see here. Holly, thank you so much. Thank you for the super sticker. I really appreciate you. Woo! Thank you for the super sticker and all you do. I appreciate you. Thank you very, very much. All right, what I want to do is I want to listen to some of these because these are very interesting. Let's see here. Okay, hold on. Hold, please. Okay. Let's see what the roommate has to say. All right. Okay. All right. Can y'all hear me now? Can anybody hear me now? Okay, good. All right. All right. Hold on just a minute. All right. So, all right. Can y'all see that? Can you see that or no? It's small. Well, as long as you can hear it. All right. Don't worry about reading it as long as you can hear it. Thank you, Brianna. Thank you, Anne. Okay. Okay, so I don't know what happened. But anyway, let me try something else here.
Hey, Dad, short.
That's his roommate.
So I just want to let you know I love you guys both.
He's
And
reading
I
the
wish it
text
hadn't
from
gone
him.
this way. I don't want to say anything more and implicate you in any way because you guys don't know anything about this. But I love you guys, and I'm sorry for all the trouble this has caused. He was a loving, caring guy. Loved his family, loved his friends, and loved
Hey,
God.
honey,
And
two bear.
I don't know why he did what he did. It's just, it's not Vance.
Me
No one will
too,
believe
Kiki.
this. No one that grew up. He had lots of friends, trust me. I wish I could have been there to stop him.
So yeah, that was my question. Why did he live two different places? Unless he was having problems with his wife. He could have been having problems with his wife. I don't know. Let's go back to this one and see what this news that says about any of his roommates. Hold on.
Families, we continue to follow the latest of what Governor Tim Walz has called from the very start a politically motivated assassination of Speaker Emeritus Melissa Hortman and her husband Mark, along with the attempted assassination of State Senator John Hoffman and his wife. Here's a timeline of how this first day yesterday unfolded. It all started around 2 o'clock Saturday morning when a 911 call was made in Champlin. Police responded to Senator John Hoffman's home and found he and his wife Yvette had been shot. Both were rushed to the hospital and underwent surgery. Then about an hour and a half later, Brooklyn Park Police proactively went to check on Representative Melissa Hortman's home. There they found a man dressed as an officer with a fake police vehicle. The suspect shot at officers and ran away. By 5:30 a.m., a shelter-in-place alert was sent out by Brooklyn Park Police telling anyone within a 3-mile radius of the Edinburgh Golf Course to stay in their homes. At about 6 o'clock Saturday morning, the suspect stopped by a home near 49th and Fremont in Minneapolis, where residents say he rented a room. Security cameras capturing new images of the suspect dressed in casual clothing with a cowboy hat.
We're here today because an unspeakable tragedy has unfolded in Minnesota.
At 9:45, Governor Tim Walz announced that Representative Hortman and her husband Mark were both killed in what he's calling a politically motivated assassination. At 11 o'clock, authorities and the governor urging people to not attend any scheduled rallies until after the suspect is in custody. An hour and a half later, officials in Champlin said there was no current threat to the public. Then by 1 o'clock Saturday afternoon, the Associated Press identified the suspect as 57-year-old Vance Luther Belter. The scene at the Hoffman's home in Champlin was cleared by 1:30. Around 1:45, the Minneapolis home where Belter rented a room was searched by investigators. Then by 3 p.m., authorities confirmed Belter as a suspect in the case and asked for the public's help in locating him. At 3:20, nearly 12 hours after officers first encountered Belter, Brooklyn Park authorities lifted the shelter-in-place order, believing he is out of that immediate area around the Hortman home. At 3:50, the Hennepin County Medical Examiner confirms both Melissa and Mark Hortman died of multiple gunshot wounds. It was around 4 o'clock Saturday afternoon, the FBI announced a $50,000 reward for information leading to the arrest and conviction of Belter. By 9 p.m. Saturday night, family members confirm Yvette Hoffman is awake and alert.
Wow.
Is at one of the scenes in Minneapolis with some stunning information at a home where the suspect presumably lived part-time. Michelle?
Now, Julie, these last 5 minutes have been so incredibly emotional here. In this last 5 minutes, David Carlson, who says he was Vance Belter's best friend, has known him since 4th grade, one of his two best friends. He was sitting here right on these front steps, reading the very last text message from Vance Belter he received in the 6 o'clock hour, 6 a.m. this morning. I'm going to read some of the words, and he read aloud in tears that text message, and I'll read you some of those words minus some of the filler words. He said, "I'm going to be gone for a while." Again, these are the words of Vance Belter. "I may be dead shortly, so I just want to let you know, I wish it hadn't gone this way. I don't want to say anything more. You guys don't know anything about this. I love you guys, and I'm sorry for all the trouble this has caused. Again, this was David Carlson reading aloud to members of the media, including us right here, telling us the very last text message he received from his best friend, Vance Bolter, in the 6 a.m. hour. Now, take a look at the scene here behind me. You see his roommate, again, David Carlson, who was reading that text message. His best friend also lives here in this house with Vance Bolter. He and another roommate corroborated that Vance Bolter lived in this home just a couple times in the week, his other home being in Green Isle. He had some jobs here in the Twin Cities, and so that's why he was here. In fact, actually, this room on the right, you see someone inside there right now. There's a cat tower in the front. The window's clearly busted out.
Why is
That
the
is
window
the room
busted
where
out?
Vance Bolter lived. David Carlson, his roommate, went inside for us when I asked him, hey, can you show us that book he wrote? Apparently, he had written a book about the church and that overall he was a very good guy. His roommates, his friend, clearly just dumbfounded at the events that have happened today and the events that are now being linked to their roommate. David Carlson could not walk out with any book that he was talking about, and that was because police had already come and gone, and they had taken a lot of his items, presumably as evidence. And you can see some people walking inside right now as we speak here. We even asked about Mr. Bolter's political affiliations, and David Carlson, once again, his roommate and best friend, known him since fourth grade, did say Bolter voted for Trump and that he was a strong supporter, but he hasn't really talked about politics lately. And from what his friend knew, he had no idea that Bolter was interested at all in local or state lawmakers as well. His friend didn't even know the names of the lawmakers who were attacked today. He had no idea, the friend had no idea of Bolter even going to the state capitol. Once again, he never talked about state lawmakers. And that is some of the political affiliations that he told us about. Although he did have some ties in the Congo, apparently he flew out to DC to meet with an official from the Congo. Guys, back to you.
That is breaking news. So much of what you've said is breaking news. And of course, we want to attribute it all to his roommate in that house. We know that the roommates in the house, from your reporting earlier, said that Bolter stopped by the home about 6:30 in the morning. Can you walk us through when roommates became aware that there was a very serious situation underway and whether or not they saw Vance Bolter today at any point?
So David Carlson, he told me that when he last heard from Bolter was last night, actually. He heard his voice last night after he came back from work. They were speaking from between the doors, presumably. Bolter was inside his room. Once again, this corner here behind me. This morning, though, fast forwarding to this morning around 6:30 a.m., the roommates woke up. They noticed behind this home, his car was there. It's now been towed, but there was a car there. The passenger door window smashed. I actually even saw the glass on the ground. It's still sitting there. They noticed that the passenger door window is smashed. They tried reaching out to him, hadn't heard from him. They also hadn't heard from his wife either. And then around that time, as fears and concerns were growing, they had received that, again, ominous text. David had received that ominous text from his friend Vance, and fearing that he might harm himself. That is why David says he called police. He reached out to police, Julie.
All right. There's a lot of insight you provided tonight, Michelle. We appreciate your great work on scene there. We'll be checking back in throughout the night. Thank you so much, Michelle.
I don't know, guys. I think, yeah, something's deeper going on. I'm seeing a lot of you saying that y'all think they had to know. I mean, why was the windows and stuff broke out? And the window broke out in the house? I'm sorry, somebody had to know, right? Hey, Raymond. Good to see you, Raymond. I'm glad you caught alive. Yep. kind of weird. Don't you think that the windows broke out and then the car windows broke out? Yeah, I saw where they found his cowboy hat this morning. I did see that. Let's see what this one is. I think this one is, hold on. I think I got one more. Okay, this one's the manhunt. Oh, no, we don't want that one. Hold on, that was my dashboard. Hold on a minute.
Lawmaker and her husband murdered inside their home. Another lawmaker and his wife shot but survived. ABC's Faith Abube is at the scene in Brooklyn Park, Minnesota with the latest. Faith, good morning.
Good morning to you. Investigators spent hours here yesterday at the home of the former state House Speaker who was shot and killed along with her husband yesterday. Police say they encountered that suspect right here in this driveway, and it turned into a gun battle.
Too hard,
they
Raymond.
took off through the house through the back door, running.
This morning, an urgent manhunt underway after a man investigators say was posing as a police officer allegedly shot and killed a Minnesota lawmaker and her husband in their home. Police say the same suspect was involved in a separate attack just 90 minutes earlier, allegedly shooting and wounding another lawmaker and his wife.
Suspects posing as police officers shot 2 victims.
Police responding to reports of gunfire around 2 a.m. Saturday at the home of Democratic Senator John Hoffman and his wife Yvette, just outside Minneapolis. Officers then checking on Democratic former House Speaker Melissa Hortman and her husband a few miles away at their Brooklyn Park home, only to find the two fatally shot.
They noticed that there was a police vehicle in the driveway with the lights, emergency lights on, and what appeared to be a police officer at the door coming out of the house. When our officers confronted them, the individual immediately fired upon the officers, who exchanged gunfire, and the suspect retreated back into the home.
Governor Tim Walz calling the deadly shooting politically motivated.
Speaker Hortman was someone who served the people of Minnesota with grace, compassion, humor, and a sense of service. She was a formidable public servant, a fixture and a giant in Minnesota.
Authorities now naming 57-year-old Vance Bolter as the suspect. Investigators say he was dressed as an officer, wearing a vest, a badge, and a taser, and was driving an SUV with police lights. The FBI releasing images they say are of him in a cowboy hat and wearing a latex mask outside one of the victims' homes. Investigators say they've recovered several firearms from Bolter's vehicle, along with no King's flyers and writings mentioning the names of the victims, some abortion providers, and other Democratic lawmakers. Sources telling ABC News law enforcement is looking into whether he may have been motivated by extreme views on abortion.
Through the 90s, he really hated abortion. But we hardly ever talked. I haven't talked really about abortion for him for years.
His longtime friend David Carlson saying the suspect had been staying with him. Carlson's home raided Saturday. This just the latest in a string of violent attacks against lawmakers.
I've seen increased security for me, as have my colleague Senator Smith and all our members, as well as, of course, legislators.
And right now, there are hundreds of agents spread out across the area in this urgent manhunt. They have detained and questioned several people, but no one is in custody at this point. In the meantime, though, authorities have increased securities for some elected officials and others they believe may be at risk. There is a $50,000 reward on the table for information leading to that suspect's arrest. And Gio, I've talked to several of the neighbors here, some of them just heartbroken that this tragic event happened right here. Gio.
Heartbreaking and incredibly concerning. Faith, thank you so much for your reporting.
Yeah, it's very heartbreaking. It is so heartbreaking. I'm going to see. Hold on a minute. I'm going to see if there's any updates real quick. Because they did find that it happened last night, Kiki. Let's see if there's any updates. Hold on. Oh, let's see. Something's going on here. 16 minutes ago. Let's see. Nope. Let's see. It continues. Minnesota man. Nope. Let's see what that is. They found a second vehicle belonging to the suspect in Sibling County. So they found the second vehicle. There's a bunch of police 43 minutes ago after a church service. Sibley County, located 50 miles southwest of Twin City, went to church on Sunday only to return to the area to find a local road closed. The residents told CNN they were waiting to be allowed to return home. Officers are searching that area. Residents are urged to stay vigilant. So I wonder why the guys, or maybe they didn't know, because see, he has two houses. So did the guys that they just did they know that that other vehicle was missing, or he had another vehicle? Thank you, Raymond. If you got gifted that membership, please say thank you to Raymond. Thank you. Hey, Lisa B. Always. Hello. Thank you for being a member for 3 months. Thank you. Love you. Love you. Oh, let's see. Miss One. Ginger, thank you. Let's see. Listening in the bushes, doing house chores. Happy birthday, Smiley. May God bless you abundantly. You are loved. Well, you are loved too. Thank you so much, Ginger. Thank you. I appreciate that very, very much. So I wonder if they knew, or if that's because he had a second car. Okay, so Donald Trump said in a phone interview Sunday that he may call Governor Tim Walz about the targeted attacks in Minnesota against elected officials on Saturday. It's a terrible thing. I think he's a terrible governor. I think he's a glossy incompetent person, but I may call him. I may call other people too, the president told ABC's Rachel Scott. Walz spoke with Vice President J.D. Vance Saturday. Walz expressed to Vance in an appreciation to ongoing corporate. Lord have mercy. I'll say this. Trump is Trump. That's all you say. He also urged President Donald. Okay, who's he? Let's see. I'm cutting through this, y'all. I'm sorry. This should be a wake-up call amongst. Oh, Jeffrey said this. Okay, this should be another wake-up call amongst many that have happened over the past several years, including the course violent attack on the Capitol that took place. He urged President Trump to step up towards and face the tragedy. Okay, this is where I don't like getting into this. Okay, again, okay, that's why I don't like reading and I don't like getting into this, because this is not a day to be political or politically correct or any of the above on either side. I'm just going to say that. So I'm going to stop reading because, you know, it is what it is. Yeah, everything turns political, and that's not what it should be about, okay? Honestly, that's why people can't have talks, not even on YouTube, not on this, you know. It don't need to be this, that, or the other. People, yeah, we don't hurt people. People lost their lives, okay? And it's bullshit. And I don't care whose side you're on. I don't care who you voted for. I don't care who I voted for. It's not about politics. It's not about religion. And right, you can't turn back time. You can't change a single damn thing. People's dead. People don't have mothers and fathers. And that's not what it's about, people. And so that's what I'm going to say about that. And, you know, okay, I will say this. He didn't have to do that little dig. Call the man. Call the man. Okay? Call the man. It ain't about who you like. It ain't about, you know, I've sent prayers out on here to people. Okay? Listen, stop the bullshit. Everybody's grown. Just stop. We're in a time of tragedy, people. Okay? Right. We advocate for the victims and the victims' families. That's what we do. We do the right thing. And it don't matter if you're in charge of the whole damn company or you believe in it. Look, I don't believe in certain things that this woman does. It don't matter. What you do don't mean what I do. Okay? With that being said, I think we've had a great live. And I think it's been perfect. Everything don't have to be political or politically correct. Thank you, Lorraine Law. Thank you so much. Everything's been great. So far, so good. Hello, Annabella. Hello, hello, hello. And thank you, everybody, for coming and listening. Happy Father's Day to everybody. Happy birthday to anybody else who has a birthday today. And I'm going to go ahead and get off of here now because I don't want to read no more. I don't want no more drama. I don't want no more anything else. How about that? So I'm going to go pour me a little cup of coffee. Thank you for joining me today. Seriously. And it is sad what's going on in the world, but this is true crime and it all needs to come out. And I love you all. And maybe I'll be back. Maybe I won't. I don't know. I might catch a great movie. Who knows? So I'll see you in a bit. Love you all. Thank you muches. Y'all have a great day and see you later. Bye.